The revolve allows us to take a two-dimensional profile and revolve it about a center line to create 3D geometry. Shapes that are axially symmetric, like this baseball bat. And this chess piece, for instance, can be easily created with a revolve. Both are based off a simple 2D sketch that is then revolved around an axis. In this lesson, we'll be using the revolve feature to create this part. We'll sketch the upper half and revolve the geometry around the center to create the feature. I'll start by moving to a blank part file. And use the line tool to create some of the basic shape. I'll sketch the left half, and we'll use this horizontal line as the axis for the revolve. But the reason I'm only sketching the left side is that the right side will be exactly the same shape. So I'll use the Sketch Mirror tool. I'll select all of the segments to mirror, and for the mirror line, I'll select the vertical line and hit Apply, and then Done. By mirroring the first side, Inventor actually gives the other side symmetric constraints. So if I drag the geometry on one side, the other side updates appropriately. To fully constrain the sketch, I'll add a few dimensions. At this point, this is what I'll use to create the revolve, so I'll click Finish Sketch. I'll launch the revolve feature, and for the profile selection, I'll pick both the left and right halves. Inventor recognizes these as separate profiles because of the vertical line segment. As a side note, I could have made the vertical segment as a construction line, and it would have seen this all as one profile. For the axis, I'll select one of the horizontal lines, and the preview immediately updates. As with other 3D features, you can control the extents. The full option revolves the full 360-degree range. You can specify an angle and choose which side to revolve the geometry, split it evenly to both sides, or choose different angles for each side of the sketch. The other extents let you select existing model geometry if you have it, but we'll switch this back to full and click OK. Our finished part has filleted edges. This could be accomplished with a 3D fillet feature, but in some cases, you may wish to just break the sharp edges in the same sketch that's used for the revolve feature, resulting in a single feature in the browser. To do this, I can right-click on the sketch and select Edit Sketch. I'll add the sketch fillets. And notice how the sketch fillet only adds one dimension to drive all of the fillets. Since I'm adding them all at once, Inventor is adding an equal constraint between them, so if the radius ever needs to change, all I have to do is change a single dimension. Once they're added, I can click Finish Sketch, and the revolve feature updates as you would expect. Now, our finished part also has a circular hole through the center. Again, this could be created with a separate hole, or extrude feature, or you could change the sketch to include the opening in the same revolve feature. At the end of the day, it's your preference, and ultimately up to the design intent you wish to use. But for the sake of this example, let's edit the sketch again. I'll sketch a horizontal line. Give it a dimension, which will actually be the radius of the hole. To make my profile selections easier, I'll go ahead and make this vertical line for construction. I'll select it and click the Construction button. When I click Finish Sketch, notice the model doesn't update right away. Inventor is still using the same regions I selected the first time I created this feature. To fix this, I'll edit the feature and activate the profile selection. Just as with other features, you can hold down Control on the keyboard to deselect profiles that aren't needed. And if needed, you can reselect the profiles you want. At this point, I'll click OK. And the part is complete.